Have y'all been keeping up with the Coachella mess that is going on right now, specifically in the Bri Olsen, like Santos world? Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I feel like I'm really on top of the drama. Obviously, as you guys know, this is like what I do for a living. However, I just feel like I get lost like with the whole Brianna situation because I just feel like there's so many like moving parts to it. Like I feel like she has beef over here with Wendy Ortiz. She's over here like low key flirting with Santos. Her boyfriend, I think Itai, got arrested, and then like they're breaking up, and then like she was like caught on camera on live, literally saying that she was like talking to some other guy. So I'm like, there is just so much going on. So I'm letting you guys know I've seen bits and pieces of all that, but I won't be making videos of it just because I can't keep up. Like honestly, y'all know I'm a little bit dumb. On top of that too, like my ADHD or ADD, let me just call it ADD, y'all, because I'm not hyper at all. Well, maybe I am hyper. You guys are probably watching the video like, girl, you can't sit still. Anyways, I just can't keep up with it. Like I just feel like it's too much. So I feel like, you know what, let me talk about just the things that I know, and that's it. I do know that a lot of you guys like will be DMing me and like tagging me in things on TikTok, and I'm just like, I can't keep up with all that's going on. So with today's video, we're going to be talking about like Santos and Brianna Olsen beefing again with Josh Richards. I did make a video about this before, but I feel like not too many people saw it. So basically, if you guys don't know, Brianna Olsen was out in West Hollywood. She was actually at the Saddle Ranch, and apparently she was live streaming, and so was Josh Richards. If you guys don't know who Josh Richards is, he is from the BFFs podcast, which is really, really popular on Barstool Sports, okay? Now, here's the thing about it, okay? I did make a comment within that video. Like, I kind of thought it was like, I don't know, out of left field, only because I got to keep it real with you guys, okay? And I know that there was a couple people, actually, there was one comment within that video that was saying that I was straight shaming just because I said, by the way, I think it was a joke, though. I don't know, y'all. I swear I'm so damn delusional when it comes down to people texting that I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take this as a joke. I'm gonna take this as sarcasm only because I don't want to like beef with people for no reason. You know what I'm saying? However, I said within that video, I was like, I thought it was a little bit weird that he was just over here bashing Brianna Olsen, which look, okay, I totally get it. Brianna Olsen is a hot mess and there are several reasons to bash her. I just feel like specifically coming from a straight man, I don't know, in my world, okay, I'm saying in my world, okay, my personal life that is off of camera, I just feel like that's not something that's very common. Do you know what I mean? Like all the guys that I'm surrounded by, they don't really do that. Yes, if they're gay guys, okay, yes, obviously, like we consider ourselves like, one of the girls most of the time. So then obviously we are, a little messy. We're up in the drama, you know what I'm saying? However, I feel like straight guys, I don't know, I don't feel like they really do that. So that was like my first time actually seeing like a straight guy who, I don't know, is kind of like, I don't know, out of the loop when it comes down to Brianna Olsen and things like that. Like just talking massive shit about her, which, yes, I understand there are several reasons. And anybody at the end of the day can say whatever the hell they want to say. I was just making a comment, okay? That was just it. I do want to clarify that, okay? So he was talking shit about her. She obviously caught wind of it and she was like, what the hell? Like, screw Josh Richards. Like, he's saying all these things and he doesn't even know me. But obviously, it's kind of like we all see what you put out there online and we all look at you like a bad mom. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's a little bit of context right there. Okay, so check this out. Shit got messy as hell at Coachella because Santos went up to Josh Richards. And I do have to say, I feel like Santos low-key is kind of like on a high right now because, he ended up getting into a fight with 2K's friends and he ended up like winning that fight. Like Chris, I don't know if it was Chris. Yeah, Chris T, I think his name was. Y'all, his face looked tore up. Mop's arm was like literally dislocated and his face was tore up. So I was just kind of like, maybe he's on a little bit of a high right now. So he went up to Josh Richards and was like defending Bri Olsen of saying like, if you're going to say something, like say it to my face. But things got really, really messy down at Coachella, which obviously everybody is talking about right now. And I gotta say, this is where it comes across like online. Look, everybody's going to have their opinions, but I feel like when you're, bashing a person, then obviously they may come up to you. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm real careful what the hell I say, because I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Like, if somebody were to come up on me, like, I'm scrapping immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got that hood mentality from where I grew up. Like, if you're gonna run up on me like that, we're just swinging right away. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep it cute and, like, I don't ever, like, bash anybody. I just kind of, like, talk about what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? However, I do think that there is a difference when you are, speaking about people and you, I don't know, kind of have this, like, sense of like, oh, you're big, bad, and tough, and you say a lot of things. That's where I'm like, ooh, people will roll up on you, especially somebody like Santos, because I really do feel like he is looking for any moment to get the clicks, to get the views, and I do think that he knows that obviously if he were to get into a fight with Josh Richards, like, this shit is going to blow up online. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into those clips, though, I gotta play this clip, okay, because I was like, oh, yeah. I just wish that somebody would put Bri in her place because she was acting a hot mess at Coachella, throwing things up into the air at people. And I was just like, how is nobody like talking shit to her? How is nobody like swinging on her or throwing things back at her? I was like, how are you doing this on live stream? Like, I understand, okay, like I try to like put myself in a younger perspective because I'm like, okay, I know I was a hot mess when I was younger and I was just all over the place, y'all. Like, let me tell you, especially because I would drink even more than I do now, you know what I'm saying? So I know that I was a mess, but I'm like, I never would throw shit at people. Like, I never went to concerts and would throw things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, what are you doing? Check this clip out.
Why are you so rude? Oh my god. Chat. They're coming, run, they're coming, go, run.
That type of behavior right there, y'all, I am so sorry. That shit bothered me. Like, it really, really bothered me. First of all, I don't know what it is within my brain. Like, if y'all were to see my room right now, this shit literally looks like a trash can. But everyone knows that when they come into my car, like, y'all bitches better not be littering. You know what I'm saying? Let alone at a concert where you're streaming and there's so many people around you. Like, I just feel like, damn, like, homegirl is just looking a hot mess. I do gotta say this though, and I feel like, because I don't ever want to be a fake bitch, okay? I don't know why I find her so entertaining. Like, honestly, like a lot of clips that I see her in, and I know that you guys, a lot of you guys agree with me too, that you guys see some clips of her, and she's fucking funny. Like, the things that she says, I'm like, she's kind of really funny. I just wish that she didn't have that super, super, super messy side to her, because I'm like, low-key, I would be a fan of hers, only because I'm just like, she's just so like carefree, and the things that she says, I admire that, because I feel like this whole cancel culture, like, generation made everyone scared to be themselves. And I feel like she just doesn't give a shit, which I do admire. I'm so sorry. But then when she acts messy like that, I'm just like, oh, girl, get it together. Now I want to go ahead and get to the clip to where Santos like came up to Josh Richards and some words were exchanged. I gotta keep it real with you guys though. I really do feel, this is just my opinion, okay? One, I feel like if a fight were to have happened, I feel like Santos would have won, first of all. Second of all, I don't care what Josh Richards says. I think that he was like low-key a little bit scared. Like, I don't think that he's ever used to like somebody like running up on him like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was just kind of like caught off guard by it. But then obviously he knows that they're going to be streaming it. So he has to like act a little bit tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't want to be like a complete bitch about it. So that's why I'm like, I don't care what. I think he was scared. Check this out.
You want to disrespect me? No, I just don't want to keep talking to you. So you don't...
Bro, if you have something to say it to her face rather than say it on a podcast.
Wait.
Like, if you have something to say it to her face. Say it to her face.
You keep touching me.
Say it to her face. You have her right here. Why are you calling her a bad mom? Why are you calling her a bad mom online? All this shit online, but you won't do shit in person. All this shit online, but you won't do shit in person. No, all this shit online, but you won't do shit.
I know those clips right there were a little bit messy. Obviously, there's a big old crowd. There's loud music. Like, a whole lot is going on. So, obviously, you couldn't really hear the words. But, obviously, as you guys saw, Santos went up to Josh Richards, obviously, like, defending Bri. Low-key, in my personal opinion, though, I feel like it wasn't even necessarily, like, to be defending Bri. I feel like it was more so to get content. That's just my opinion, okay? Which is totally fine, because I feel like at the end of the day, like, all these, like, streamers, they have to do things like this to obviously get people talking to tune into their stream so that way they get paid more. Like, I always see these clips of this guy, oh my gosh, what's his name? Like, Show Speed or something like that. I am so sorry, I don't know too much about him, but I always see clips of him on Twitter specifically, and I'm like, damn, the shit that he does is like, oh my gosh, like, he does a lot of crazy things. But obviously people do stuff like that to get the clicks, to get the views, to get people to tune into their stream. So it's like, I get it, but I feel like he wasn't even really defending Bri like that. I do want to go ahead and play another clip, which is like probably really hard to hear, to where Bri Olsen was speaking more a little bit about it after that altercation and like saying what happened with Josh Richards. So check it out.
Bro, because Josh Richards was talking about how I am as a mother when he doesn't even know me. Like, he has such a big mouth. It's a weirdo. So he could get like, you get smacked. Again. Deaf DL. Why? Because you're talking about a female. You're so weird. You're literally such a weirdo. A 20-year-old was about to beat your weirdo.
As you guys seen from right there, Bri Olsen was telling a little bit more about the situation, which of course the very next day, Josh Richards hopped onto his TikTok live and he was talking about the situation a little bit more. And I don't know. This is just my opinion. And I know that I don't really know him. And I probably only seen him on the podcast maybe about like, I don't know, 6 times or so. So I don't know too much about him. But I feel like, of course, he's going to act nonchalant about it. But in my opinion, I kind of feel like he was like a little bit scared about it. That's just my opinion. Only because I don't know why I look at him and I just feel like he is probably not used to like people running up on him like that. You know what I'm saying? As to where Santos did. And then I'm sure he probably had seen like Santos just got into a big ass fight with these other fools. You know what I'm saying? So he probably was like, oh shit, like what's going to pop off? You know what I mean? But this is him talking about it on his TikTok. And then I do want to go ahead and play a clip actually right after that to where he was on the BFFs podcast talking to Brianna Olsen, not Brianna Olsen, oh my gosh, Brianna Chicken Fry, or oh my gosh, why am I messing up her name right now? Yeah, it's Brianna Chicken Fry, right? Or Brianna Lapilia, whatever the hell her damn name is. Check it out.
What?
Did you guys know the Santos guy is like 19?
No, I don't know anything about any of them, actually, besides the fact that one lost custody. That's about the only information I know. That's about the only info I know. Most of my info actually gets fed to me through Anthony.
Yeah, I kind of keep up with it.
I'm not gonna lie, I know nothing, and then Ant just like gives me updates. Ant just gives me updates.
Yes.
No, I don't really know her either.
God.
W Macy in the chat? Yeah, let's throw some W Macy in the chat, no doubt, dude.
I didn't realize that guy was the same Santos guy or whatever. His veneers are terrible.
Yeah, I know. The thing I was the most scared about wasn't like that he was gonna throw a punch. It's that when he started talking, his teeth were about to hit me in the forehead or something like that. But you know, shit, it is what it is. Name's actually Piano Keys. Yikes, dude.
I've heard that before, actually.
That's a terrible name.
Santos trying to beat you up. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can, of course.
Okay, what the hell happened?
This random dude with like a band-aid on his face, looks like he was scratched by a kitten or something, comes up and like grabs my arm and turns me around. I like had to back up because his piano key teeth almost hit me in the forehead when he started talking. And he was going on about how like he has no problem with me. And I was out and like I was just like trying to digest what's going on.
Is this Santos?
Yeah, and you know, I was also a little under the influence of a couple things,
Obviously,
right? So
we're at
like, I'm
Coachella.
trying to like figure out what's even going on right now.
They came up to him and they're like, if you have something to say it to your face. Say it to
Yeah,
your
and
face.
I was like, how about this? You know, I'll say whatever the fuck I want on my social media, and y'all say whatever the fuck you want on yours, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, you best believe we'll say whatever the fuck we want on our social media. And I was like, all right, cool, we agree. See ya.
Were they
Turn around
live
again. They were all like videoing, right? So
Yeah.
I noticed that, and I'm like, oh, they're clearly all trying to get a clip.
Yeah.
Like, this is what they do, right? They want a reaction, they want to fight, they want something to go down. He keeps like grabbing me, he keeps turning me around. So eventually I was like, dude, stop fucking touching me.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to say something, you can say something, I guess, right?
They kept
But-
touching your arm.
Yeah, I kept like trying to grab, like pull me around. It was just getting weird, and I think that's when like all my boys kind of noticed what was going on, and they were like, all right, Josh, let's go.
There y'all heard from right there, Josh Richards, you know, talking about it, and of course, you know, throwing a little jab at Santos and making fun of his piano keys teeth. And I just have to say, I think it's kind of funny now because low-key, I don't know if I was like the first one, but I was like, what's up with them damn teeth? Like, and I put this is so shady of me, I put a picture of like damn donkey up or something like on my video, and I was just like, low-key, after I watched that back, after I edited it, I was like, oh, that was probably a little bit too shady of me to do. But then right after that, people started calling him Piano Keys Teeth, which I just had to say, like, the first time that I saw him with them damn veneers, I was like, whoa, like, it's just too much. Like, honestly, I was like, those are some chompers right there. They look like those little toy teeth, you know what I'm saying? I was like, homie, you need to calm down on them teeth. Anyways, I do want to go ahead and play one last clip to where Brianna Olsen is talking about this situation because it is kind of crazy, and I do have to say, like, I'm not even trying to defend Brianna over here, but I just, you know, I defend the truth, okay? She was just there on stream at Saddle Ranch the first time that they seen each other, and then Josh Richards is saying, like, oh, she was trying to hop up on my stream, and I was like, I don't think that she was trying to hop up on your stream. And you know what's actually really crazy is I do know that if you look at followers-wise, Josh Richards is more popular than Brianna Olsen, but if you look at the viewers within the stream, Brianna Olsen is like a daily streamer. Like, she has way more viewers than Josh Richards. So I'm like, she doesn't really even need the clout from him because, y'all, when she goes on like or is it Twitch? No, Kick. When she goes on Kick, she has like 90,000 viewers in her live. Like, those are big numbers. Like, y'all, I be watching Nicki Minaj on live, and I'm like, she only has like 30,000 people in her lives. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, the fact that Brianna Olsen could pull 90,000 viewers in is crazy. And I feel like she was just there on stream the same time that Josh was, but I don't know. I feel like Josh probably, you know, he's probably a little bit arrogant, and he was kind of like, oh, she wants to be up on my stream. But I was like, I don't think that's the case. Check out this clip right here from Brianna Olsen.
Bro, but let me say one thing. He says, I was trying to be in the stream at Saddle Ranch. Bitch, I was just at Saddle Ranch. Yeah. And you were there too. And it's a public place. Bitch, I went to Saddle Ranch for dinner. I didn't know you were streaming there.
They came up
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
came up to Jordan.
We were, exactly, and we were sat at the table right next to you. My bad. Like, yeah, and you were in my way, bitch. And you're mad that I said something about it? Oh my god, cry about it. I don't give a
woman who abandoned their child was there.
Bro, I'm so done with Josh. I hate him so much, dude.
And then, on top
demand that you buy me shots. All I said, and mind you, it was so like satire, if anything. He bumps into my chair and I go, you could at least buy me a shot if you're gonna bump into my chair or something like that. So playful, so like, can you see my phone? Like, what? Like, Josh, get over yourself.
As you guys saw for right there, Bri talking about it. You know what's so crazy? When she was specifically talking about like when Josh Richards bumped into her chair and she was like, you could at least buy me a shot. I've come to realize that I have that sense of humor too. And it's so crazy that like all of my friends have that sense of humor too. Low key, even my family does. Like we all just joke around like that. But I have come to like learn, the older I get, you can't joke around with some people like that because they take that shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like one time a guy stepped on my shoe at a bar and I was like, damn, you could at least buy me a shot. And then he was like all pressed that I said that. I was like, it was a joke. Like, I'm not even tripping on. I wear busted ass shoes to the club, to the bars, because I know they're going to get stepped on. It was just a joke. But then I was like, okay, well, damn. I know you can't make that joke with people because they really think it's serious. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I got to say this, though. I feel like all this beef right here is just kind of crazy. It is very hard, obviously, to defend Bri Olsen because, damn, she has done so much wrong. So, like, when Josh Richards gets up on his TikTok live or his podcast or whatever, and he refers to her as, like, the mom that abandoned her child, like, it's just kind of like, well, low-key, girl, like, you've made it this way for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I do hate, though, that I just kind of like her. I don't know why, for some reason, I feel like in a, like, alternate universe to where, like, she's not a mom, I feel like we would be friends. Like, honestly, that type of personality and sense of humor that she has, I feel like it's, like, me and all my friends. That's why I'm saying, like, damn, every time I talk about her, it's like, I feel like a fake bitch because I really do find her entertaining and I really do find her funny, you know what I'm saying? But then when it comes down to, like, her being a mom and her messiness, I'm just like, whoa, girl, like, hot damn, you know? I do really think, though, that if, like, you know, take, for example, like, if she wasn't a mom, if you took that out of the equation, I do think that a lot of people would actually really find her entertaining and really like her, you know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people are like, oh, shit, no, like, we can't look past the messiness, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.